Hey, what's go- Hang on. No. No. Much better. Anyways, what is going on, buddy? It is me, Mr. I know, and that's man. Welcome back to another video. And today, guys, before this video starts, I would just like to say one thing. Thank you guys so much for 80 subscribers. Oh my gosh, we were stuck on 79 for so long. It was painful trying to get tons of people to subscribe, and they wouldn't. But now we're finally at 80. Thank you guys so much for that. And this video is a little different. I don't really do these videos anymore, but it's a top 5 things you don't know about me, except this, because I have 80 subscribers now, it's a little bit of a special video. It's the top 10 things you don't know about me, but video game edition. So I'm going to be talking about video games, more video games than like my personality. So yeah, hope you guys do enjoy this video. Let's try to hit 90 subscribers soon. Also, at 90 subscribers, I will be giving away a one. I swear I don't read scripts. I will have one limited edition Mr. Hyena sweatshirt. I will show you the design in a future video. But only one of it will exist. And I'm going to be giving that one away to one of you guys. One of the 90 people. So the only thing you need to subscribe is follow me on Instagram. I'll put a link in the description. Follow me on Twitter if you want to. Twitter's optional. You don't have to. But you do need Twitter for one thing. Comment down below saying you've done all that. Also subscribe. Hit the like button. But then on Twitter, what you want to do is tweet out my YouTube channel name and adding me. So, pretty much be like, at real Mr. Hyena YT. Kind of like that. Then I'll see the tweet, and I'll add you to the giveaway. Now, if you don't have Twitter, I'm sorry. You can do it on Instagram, but it won't really work as well, because it won't give me notifications right away. So, yeah, sorry about that if that works. But here we go. The top 10 things you don't know about me. Technically, it's the top 5 things you don't know about me, part 3. Top 10 things you don't know about me, game edition. Enjoy. Coming at number 10 now, we have Valiant Hearts: The Great War. Now, this game in particular, the only reason why it's in my top 10 most favorite games of all time is probably because it's most nostalgic to me in terms of how long ago I watched it. I watched it back in 2017, 2016, I would say. And the person I watched it was on his channel was Jacksepticeye. And finally, more recently, I was able to get the game because I, for some reason, wouldn't get it when I had the money. Now I do. But, I got it, and I played it through, and I could safely say it reserves the 10th spot because it's nostalgic. It is a good story. I did cry at the end of it. It is pretty sad of a game. But it's just not story. I would say the way it's presented is the way that I don't like it. Now, the way it's presented is in a 2D format, as you can see with the gameplay on screen. It's a side-scrolling game, not a 3D game. If it was a 3D game, it would probably be a little bit better, in my opinion. I would just want to see how it would go and how it would be. Now let's move on to number 9, shall we? Coming up next at number 9 is Cities Skylines. Now, I only have this game on Xbox. Most of these games I only have on Xbox, but I've played before. This game in particular, I only like it because of the gameplay. Nothing else. I don't have nostalgia. It does look good, but of course it has its plot problems with how the game AI is, how the game's system goes, and everything. I do love watching YouTubers play this game. It is pretty fun to play too. And the stuff you see on screen, all I'm doing is really destroying buildings because, well, at that point my city wasn't really growing at all, so I just decided to keep my eye out for anything I had to destroy. But why is it number 9 instead of number 10? It's because I've played this game longer than most people probably have. I'm not saying, like, in particular anyone, but I would just safely say that I've probably played it much more than some people have. And so I'm more used to the game than other people could be. So yeah, now let's get on to number 8. Number 8 might shock a lot of people. Now coming at number 8 is GTA 5. Now this is going to shock a lot of people because most people have seen me play this a lot. Not on YouTube, but on Xbox and that kind of stuff. But ever since Game Pass stopped GTA, selling GTA for Game Pass for free, I stopped playing it on my Xbox. Now I do have it on my computer, and this gameplay you're seeing is not me, because recording GTA on my computer is a pain in my butt. Seriously, I can't even have stable frame rate. It drops down to 10 frames per second. It's not my computer, it's because the game has to have so much performance on it that there's not enough performance for my recording software, which is OBS, by the way. Now, I do like GTA. I don't like to play the story. I like to play it online, because that's really what I've watched my entire life before I even got GTA's online. Some big YouTubers that I know who play it are Valiant Gaming, Mr. Boss for the Win. Actually, I do watch him a lot. Same with Valiant. And much, much more. I even watched when Jacksepticeye and Markiplier played it for the first time, way back in the day, 2015. That was the first time I ever heard of a game called GTA. So yeah, now let's move on to number 7. 7 might shock some people, it might not. It just depends on how you see things. Now coming up next at number 7 is Red Dead Redemption 2. Now this actually probably will shock a lot of my close friends, because if you follow me on Xbox, you know I play this a lot. Now I do love the game. It looks beautiful. I love the story. Actually, all I really play is the story mode. I'm really interested in story mode. I do play online sometimes, but not all the time, because online on Red Dead Redemption is pretty annoying, because it kicks you out of servers every hour or so for me. It's really weird. The reason it's this high up in the list, in the top 10, is probably because of how some of the AI is. The AI in story mode is a little too OP for my liking. Now sure, there are sliders to like bump it down to easy, medium, hard, that kind of thing. But here's the thing. A AI character can take 5 bullets to the head and still not die. This happened to me several times when I was doing a mission. This guy, I would shoot him in the head, he would go down, I thought he died, then he would get up and then kill me in a one-shot bullet to the face. So why is it okay for an AI character to take 10 bullets to the face, but only me to take 1 bullet? I don't know. And I just recently got this game, so I could just be underestimating it, or maybe I'm just that bad at shooting AI characters. But I do love the game, nonetheless. It is a pretty good game. I guess we'll see where Rockstar Games takes this series. Coming at number 6 now is Call of Duty 2, one of the OG Call of Duty games from way back when Call of Duty was first starting out. This is the official sequel of the Call of Duty franchise. Now, most people in this day and age don't know what Call of Duty 2 is, which is very sad considering I was born on the exact same year, only 1 month later from when it came out. Actually, no, it was almost a week later I was born. And surprisingly, people in my generation still have not played the game. It is an amazing game. Again, it's outdated now because of the graphics and how the AI is. But why isn't it not in the top 5? There's a big reason. The multiplayer died. So when I first got the game, multiplayer was going strong. Then I think about 2 months in, it just died. Like, no one would play online. Everyone, I think, moved to Modern Warfare and that kind of stuff. But nowadays, people come back because of nostalgia. I don't have nostalgia to the game because I've played it a lot. Seriously, before I got my Xbox One, I would just play this game non-stop by myself. The campaign, sometimes I would jump in multiplayer and just shoot around, mess around. But because of the multiplayer dying, it became less fun and you got bored in the game very fast. Still, I love the game nonetheless, and the gameplay you're seeing here is not from me either. It is from someone else. I will probably put the credit on the screen. I'll probably put who recorded it. Now, the reason why this one is not mine is because I don't have Call of Duty 2 with me right now. Yes, you have some people probably caught me playing it on Xbox One before, but I don't have it anymore on my Xbox One. I took it back down to my grandparents, and now it's on my 360 again. So yeah, let's move on to number 5. Now the top 5 may shock a lot of people because of how like different I am with liking favorite games. Again, this is my top 10 favorite games of all times. Of all time. So yeah, this is gonna be a bumpy ride. Coming in number 5 now, we have Horizon 4. This is my only racing game I probably play on a weekly basis. Now, this game is fun in particular because of how they implement open world racing combined with open driving. So basically, open world racing is basically you can pretty much race on the entire map and not like most games confine you to just like a track. This game, on the other hand, can seriously take you from the corner of the map and back. That's how cool it is. Now, open road is basically you can drive wherever you want. It's not like a story-driven game. You get to it's like GTA, for example. GTA, Red Dead Redemption, any games like that. You have the option to go out and explore and then come back and do the missions later. You have that option in this game. And also, as you can see on screen, I do have a lot of nice cars in this game. I do love this game so much. I've had it since it came out. When I got it, it was free, and I still have it for free because of Game Pass. But I am one of those people that are waiting for Horizon 5 to come out. They haven't talked anything about it. All Microsoft has talked about is Flight Simulator. I might get that game. I'm not too sure yet, depending on how much the Xbox Series X costs. And I'm kind of blowing my money right now because I am buying a lot of stuff for YouTube and just for myself in general. So yeah, let's move on to number 4. Number 4 may shock some people. Coming at number 4 now, we have Firewatch. Now, if you've been watching me since October of 2019, you know I played Firewatch, the entire game. I'll put a link in the description so you can go watch it. I had so much fun playing it. That was the first time I ever played it. I've watched tons of people play it, and yet I was so jealous that I couldn't play it, and then I finally got it, and I was able to play it for you guys. Here, I have 3 reasons actually to why I love this game, and it's my top 4th favorite game. The graphics. The graphics are beautiful in its own way. It's a cartoony graphic that no one really has tried in a long time. Number 2, nostalgia. I remember watching Markiplier over and over and over again playing this game. It was so nostalgic when I watched him before I played the game. I swear, when I got this game, I tried to do what Markiplier did and follow everything that he did, which made a mistake, not exploring the game. Now that goes into number 3. You can go anywhere. It is a story-driven game, but you can go off the beaten path and yet just go wherever you want. But then eventually you do have to get back on track because it is a game, obviously, or a story game, so you kind of have to finish it just to finish the game. But you also have free roam when you finish the game completely. That's what I've been playing the past week. Free roam is so amazingly, like, cool because you can just walk around. The gameplay you're seeing right in front of you is actually free roam. Now, as you can see, I was just walking around, picking up cassette tapes, just going around looking at the trees, the dead trees, the sun, the sky. It is a very beautiful game. Now let's move on to number 3, shall we? Coming to number 3 now, we have Super Liminal. Now, if you've been watching me since November, you know Super Liminal is one of my favorite games I've ever played on this channel. It is so fun and good looking. The game is beautiful in its own way. It's not the cartoonish, cool, or beautiful that I like, but it's not the realistic kind of good that I like. It's a combination of both. It's both cartoony and realistic. Firewatch is more cartoony than realistic. Even though it does have realistic stuff like how the trees look. That looks realistic instead of cartoonish, like the grass or the rocks. This is about Super Liminal, this one. But if you watch me, if you've been watching me since November, you know that when I was playing this game, I did no commentary. But I think it was the last episode, or last part, I did say that I love this game so much. I even replay the story mode all the time. If you follow me on Xbox, you probably see me on Super Luminol every single day. I just don't get old of the graphics, the story, the music. The music is just beautiful in this game. Same with Firewatch. But this is just... I don't even understand. Now, I did not find this game from any other YouTuber. I found it myself. I was scrolling through Steam and I saw the game and I was like, okay, I'll try that out. And I played the first mission. I was like, wow, I need to play this for YouTube. Because it was so fun. And then 2 months later, I found a Jacksepticeye video about Jacksepticeye playing the game. It came out a week after my video did. Now, I'm not saying I was the first YouTuber to play it, but I even beat one of the big dogs at doing it. Now I feel pretty accomplished for doing that. Let's move on to number 2, shall we? Coming at number 2 now is a kind of obvious game if you're talking about favorite games of all time, and that is Minecraft. Now, this might shock a lot of people that it's not number 1 because I play Minecraft a lot. But the reason Minecraft is number 2 on this list, you'll probably find out in the number 1 on the list. But this game is so nostalgic with the music and the graphics because it just brings me back to those days. Now, Minecraft was the first ever game that I bought for my Xbox 360. Not the games that other people bought or my parents bought, but I bought. Now, I did not find this game on YouTube. I was looking for a different game, but I found Minecraft. Now, I didn't know what Minecraft was, but when I put it in, I remember this exactly. The first Minecraft what I did was in survival mode, and I found this lava pit, and I hid by it to wait for night to pass. Now, Zoe knew, my older sister Zoe, knew so much about this game that I was like, whoa, how do you know this? And she's like, YouTube. And that's how I actually found YouTube, was through Minecraft. Thank you, Zoe. I probably would not be here doing this today. Actually, YouTube is pretty popular, so I wouldn't be shocked if I would have found it. But anyways, this game is so nostalgic. It just brings me back to the days when I started YouTube. Because, seriously, without YouTube, my old channel wouldn't have started. I probably would not have done YouTube. Sure, I would have found YouTube years later, but probably wouldn't have done YouTube myself. So, finally, the one you've been waiting for. Let's move on to number 1. Now, number 1 thing on my top 10 favorite games of all time. Most of you wouldn't think this game. No one would. So anyways, here's number 1. My number 1 most favorite game of all time is Call of Duty 3. Yes, this game is well known nowadays for being buggy and really, it's like a downgrade for graphics, pretty much. But this was the first ever Call of Duty game I got, so I have nostalgia because of that. But also because I know tons of other people play it. It's actually the multiplayer is still online. I find so many servers with people playing it. It shocks me. But I like the single player the best. Now the single player is so interactive with the player. So many cutscenes, it's just beautiful. I don't know why Activision has not done a remastered of this game. This game did so well on console, probably because it only was released on console, that they still haven't done a remastered yet. I'm still waiting for that. And we get an announcement saying that Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is coming out. Okay, we need to go back to the original days, like remaster Call of Duty 1, classic, 2, 3, even Call of Duty 4 is technically the remastered, the Modern Warfare, so I guess it's already remastered. It's your opinion. But yeah, also this same thing with the clip is also applied to Call of Duty 2 and GTA. These are not my clips. Call of Duty 3, I wish I had Call of Duty 3 here, but I do love that game a lot. Like, I love it to death. Seriously, if someone asked me, what is your favorite game you've ever played, I would definitely say Call of Duty 3 or Minecraft. If they say your favorite game right now, I would probably say Minecraft or Superliminal, depending on if I'm talking fast or not. But when someone says your favorite game of all time, I would say Call of Duty 3 for sure. Now that is all of the top 10 sorry. Of the top 10 favorite games of all time. Now let's go to the end of the video, shall we? So if you guys didn't... Come on, man. Finally. I tell you, this is so annoying. So if you guys did enjoy this video, comment down below which one do you think was the weirdest one on the list. Like, which one did you not like on the list? Which one did you think was the weirdest? Leave a like, that would be very appreciated. Thank you guys so much for 80 subscribers once again. Let's try to, we gotta hit 90 now, and then 100. Remember, at 90 subscribers, I'll be doing a sweatshirt giveaway. One limited edition sweatshirt. In future videos, I'll probably be giving you more of a little bit of idea of what they look like, what you should be looking out for, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please subscribe, leave a like, comment again which one is your worst one, turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. How about I just don't wear hats anymore? Nah.